Why we lost connection. Rotate your phone. Why?
That's good.
No, I want to do it like this. This is what we want. Okay, fine. We're going to do it like that. Fine. Okay.
Okay.
Are you guys still there? We lost? I guess so. Okay.
Okay. So her name is Aphrodite.
Sorry, we lost you just there for a second. We lost connection, but we caught it right when it was happening. It wasn't like we were telling a whole story. And now I'm moving in a little closer because now it made me rotate my phone. I don't know why, but hopefully you can now see things a little bit better. See Patti talking and her piece at the same time.
I feel like this is show and tell.
I do feel like that too.
So because I did Zentangle and I like doodling, I started etching in this stuff. So I only use underglaze. I don't glaze things. And I like things to look old and funky. And so I use underglaze only, and then I spray it with this glaze stuff that I got at Hobby Lobby that gives it a little bit of a luster. So all of my colors are straight from the bottle.
So even the colors are underglaze?
Everything. First what I do is I take an underglaze and I put the whole thing on it, and then I wipe it off. And then I, use an underglaze, and then I fire it. And it's interesting because this could be a dark brown, and then when it gets fired, it turns this color. And yeah, it's all underglaze. I've never used like a glaze because I don't want my things to be shiny. And I always do something on the back.
Oh yeah. So, but I want to ask about this blue flower because it's flat compared to everything else. Is that just the glaze, or was that like?
No, I guess I didn't spray it good enough.
Oh, okay. I mean, I was just, it lends a really interesting sort of thing because it was matte. I was just wondering.
Maybe I should do that. Anyways.
Here, let's move.
Okay, so from there, I moved on to animals. So Julianne Poldy from...
Owner of Golden Pine Gallery.
Yeah, she's been incredible to me. I met her through a friend, and she took some of my stuff, and then she said, start doing animals. So this is Henrietta. And Henrietta, if you look...
I want to just flip it.
Oh yeah, I'm putting felt on the bottom, and I made a logo.
This is heavy, so this isn't even hollow.
It is hollow.
It is?
Yeah, because it's the 2 pinch pots. Oh, this is nothing. I have something that I just made for her. So then I made a logo.
Right.
And that means mindfulness, and that's my initials, PME. So this is Henrietta.
Here's her logo. Is it upside down?
I don't know. Yeah.
Here, hold on. There you go.
Yeah. Mindfulness, and then PME, Patti Euvino. So I started doing animals, and Juliana said I should stick with animals. So this is one of my favorites. This is called Lolo's Pony. My daughter, her nickname is Lolo, and she had a horse. So this is Lolo's Pony. I love this. And I wouldn't give it to Lauren because I wanted it. And this is an underglaze also, and it's like a gray underglaze. And the detail and all of that stuff, I don't know.
I was just going to say, because there's a lot of layers to your piece here. I mean, you have the basic structure, which I want to ask, do you have like some sort of armature underneath it? No, there's no armature?
And I don't look at pictures either. I just kind of...
How is it not collapsing? Or how did it not collapse while you were making it?
That's a good question. This is a pinch pot, right?
Right.
And then I made my legs.
I know, but
turned it on the side, and then I propped it up till it hardened enough to hold it up.
You're so lucky. But I was gonna say, but there's so many layers here. I mean, as I look at this, I mean, because there's the basic structure underneath, and then you've got things where it looks like bricks right here, and then you've got things that look like pebbles right here, and then there's like a sash on the back that this must be some sort of stamp, right?
This one's a stamp. This one is me. That's a stamp.
But I mean, so it's integrated with so many different levels of items. I mean, things that look like beads, things that look like spaghetti, things that
I always do the little circles because when you push things together with clay, and you want to seal it, I'm always afraid that it's not going to seal. So that's like my thing now. I put little circles with dots in them. And then I'm lucky that things don't explode because
Yeah.
the whole idea with clay is obviously you have to let the air escape.
Yeah.
So everything I do, I punch holes in it, and hopefully that's part of the design.
It is, so you can see the holes.
Yeah. So and then I have my logo. I don't know if I put it on there or not.
I think it's there. Something just.
Oh yeah, and that's another thing about my stuff is it's so strange that if something breaks off, like one of the legs broke off, and I was just gonna put a Band-Aid on it. You know, so like if something breaks off, I'm like, oh, it's supposed to be that way.
There's that beautiful thing, I think, in Japanese culture where they talk about pots like that have cracks in them.
I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah,
They
I
do
can't.
gold.
Yeah, and they fill it with gold instead of throwing away the whole pot. They just fill it with gold.
I know.
It's like acknowledging, so
Accidents are meant to happen.
exactly.
And they turn
Accidents
into
are happening.
something
They
better.
turn into something better.
This here, Henrietta, her feet broke off, and I used the wrong stuff to put her feet back on, and so I just painted her all gold, and it worked, But it's so it's kind of like it depends on what you do. If you make a pot and you mess it up, you wind up throwing it away or a plate or whatever, and this stuff is just easy peasy.
I want to mention to you all that she's only been doing this for a year and a half. A year and a half. Hi, kitty.
That's Numa.
A year and a half, and she's managed to make, how many pieces have you made?
65.
65 pieces in a year and a half. She's gotten them into galleries. She's selling her work.
I've gotten into 3 galleries.
3 galleries.
I've gotten into the gallery at the Artisans, called the Leland Gallery. The first place I went was the Redlands Art Association. I sold a piece there. And then Juliana, and as far as I'm concerned, she can have everything. Like whatever you want. She came over to my house, and I laid everything I made on the table. And I'm like, just take it.
Yeah, what do you want?
Yeah, whatever you want. And the things I thought she'd take, she didn't. And I don't know.
Isn't it interesting?
Yeah, it is, because her gallery is just phenomenal. It's fun, and it's different. Her art is so different.
Clifton says, consider making more heads, please.
Really? I have a bunch of... Can I go get one?
Yeah, go get one.
Be right back.
As she goes to get one, I hope this connection stays stable.
I'll run.
Yeah, what blew me away when I saw her work was the intricacy of the stuff. It was so fanciful and fun and free. I mean, very much the way Patti is as we're discovering her together. She's something else. She's something else. She's like otherworldly. She's like a little nymph over here.
I made like 20 of
Here she
these.
comes. Oh my God. You made how many of these?
Well, different kind. Everything's different. But
Oh
I
my
made...
gosh. Okay, Clifton.
This is how it kind of started.
Okay, here, start with that one.
Okay, so this one is like supposed to be a totem pole.
Here, I'm going to pick it up.
And I was into no
Look at
eyes.
this.
It's
This is
before I
really
did
fun.
the marbles, and it's always on the back as well.
Clifton says he has 5 heads that you have on your head right now. Just kidding. All right, anyway.
I don't have a name for that. That's before I started naming things.
But so fun, so beautiful. I love, and Juliana told me that you're not doing this anymore, but I love that you put them on wood with,
That's my
with the
husband.
dowels.
He's my worker bee.
He's your worker bee?
Yeah, because I don't know how to do it.
You pay him in love?
Yeah, I told him I'd give him a commission. So I was doing single ones. Basically I've done single ones on a dowel, and then I just did these. I had more than one.
So
This is called Manny Mo and Jack.
Manny Mo and Jack. Fun.
Thanks.
Fun stuff. I mean, just
I
look
wanted
at
to make
these.
more of those. She said she wanted animals.
Well, maybe other people
Yeah.
want heads. I don't know.
And like, once again, I don't know what I'm making. This is just an itty bitty ball. And that's the fun thing about it. Natalie, I feel like the clay leads me.
We were talking about that. It's like somebody standing next to you and they're just handing you this stuff and they're like, now put your fingers here.
Yeah.
And you do whatever it
Yeah.
is that you're
Yeah.
supposed to do, and it just,
Because I don't know what I'm going to do. Like, I just did
it's like you're channeling the whole piece.
okay,
I mean, I don't know,
my spirit world.
maybe.
So I built a studio in our bedroom.
Oh, can
Well,
we,
it's not really a studio.
Can we
It's-
see it?
Yeah, I made the bed. It's just like 2 tables. It's not a big deal. But I do it in the bedroom because they say, I have to go back. I don't know anything about clay, and I don't know anything about glazing, and I don't know anything about firing, and I just don't know. And because I'm afraid to know, I feel that if I know all that stuff, this may change, And I know that theoretically I should know all this stuff, but other people are doing it for me, so why? And I was thinking, you know, because I've heard you on other interviews, like, have there been any other artists that have influenced you? And I realized that the only two artists that have interested me was Beardsley and Klimt.
Beardsley and Klimt.
Because
now I don't know Beardsley work.
Oh, he was like Art Deco, and he was risque and perverse and weird animation and kind of sexual things. But it was very Deco, and so Deco was very so I'm looking for detailed,
yes,
with a lot of pattern.
Yeah.
And I got turned on to him in like the 60s.
Okay.
Which,
and then Klimt, I mean,
Klimt,
we all know the kiss. And
did you go see the exhibit?
No.
Oh my God, it was amazing.
Was
you know
it?
the immersion thing?
No, I haven't. I saw the Van Gogh one.
And
wasn't impressed.
Well, yeah, and I heard that the Monet was but the Klimt was just...
Was it fascinating?
Hi, Vinny.
Oh, somebody's husband's here.
Yeah, so we made a studio for me in the bedroom, and I'm a very sloppy artist.
Who wants to be neat?
Well, I mean, like, I'm so sloppy that I'll take a tool and I don't know where it is. It's like there, but I don't know how my hand got over there.
I think you're speaking the language of very many artists. Clifton is asking if this is self-drying clay. It is not, because it needs to be fired.
No, it needs to be fired. And once again, I don't know anything about kilns. This is the clay that they gave me, Clifton. They gave me B mixed with grog, and I haven't tried any other clays. I don't want to. Like, I don't want to change my style. I have a definite style, so I don't want to try anything else because I'm afraid that I'll get away from this, and so I like this. You know? And I don't know.
Oh, we didn't talk about this piece.
This is Bethany.
There's a lot of pieces around here. They're everywhere. They're everywhere.
Well, you should see the closet outside.
Oh my gosh.
This is Bethany. Her marbles were here, and Bethany started out just as a rectangle. I didn't know what I was going to make. The bench is sitting on that, and I said, you know, I think I'll make a bench, and I don't know where she came from.
She just came.
In the ladder. I don't know. I just
But
don't know.
I see, I'm looking at like all the
She's heavy
things,
too,
all the
huh?
details that you're telling me about, like the holes in your work to let the air in
Out,
or out so that it escapes when it's being fired so that things don't blow up.
I don't know why she's holding a cup. I don't know why the flowers are there. I don't know. I mean,
Now-
I think I should be more in control.
Now, it almost looks like you were glazing in here.
That's the marble.
Oh, this is the marble.
That's the marble bleeding. And
Because the marble, okay, so here, so there's two holes back here, and then I guess that's where the marbles were, right?
Yeah, and in the front you can see where it bled.
Yeah. So then all the glass is down here. Here, see that? It almost looks like glazing, and then you see it on the other side too. It's got the same thing. It makes little puddles.
Mm-hmm. And then sometimes, like this one didn't bleed as much as I thought it was gonna. It just had like the little drip. Mm-hmm. You know, yeah.
I'm sure it has to do with how hot are they firing the kiln that day, how long, how many pieces are in it.
Right, but they also have to put mine towards the bottom because obviously they don't want glass to go in anybody else's. So I get my own special space.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
And I didn't do them there. Like, everything sort of changed a little bit. Like I was doing the open and the little heads. I was just doing the eyes with nothing in them and the mouths. And then I went into like the no face. And then I went into the animal. But I don't know. Like I just made two things that are in my bedroom. I made I call it Play It Against Sam.
Can we see them?
Do you want to go in my bedroom?
Yeah,
Or do you want me to, I can't bring it here because
Here,
it's
we're
still
gonna
wet.
go there. We're gonna travel. Yeah,
We're traveling.
it's not the best circumstances, but we're
Really?
gonna
You
travel.
want to see it? That's
Yeah,
cool.
we're traveling. Here we go.
Okay.
Here, we're following Patty. Now, if you come to her house, you'll know where everything is.
This is the den. Okay, so this is my studio.
Okay,
So this,
you're coming in closer, Clifton.
well, hold on. Oh, Clifton's my buddy. I think I can put it here. This hasn't been bisque, so it's really delicate. Hold on.
Oh, the clown's
fun.
that clown's really fun. Here, we're gonna. Bear with me. Bear with me.
So I call this Play It Against Sam. So that's Sam, obviously.
Hold on a minute.
I can't believe you're doing this.
I can't believe it either because this is
So
always funky on Facebook. Is it
Okay.
in there? I can't even tell.
Yeah,
Can you see it?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's
great.
Sam.
Oh, they're good. Okay.
There's Sam. And then this is Sam's,
Oh, Sam's piano.
yeah, this is Sam's piano. And he's got a beer and a sandwich. I don't know where that came from. And there's his music. And that's
These
the
are
back.
so
That's the
fun.
back of the piano.
So you really have no idea what's going to happen or why.
Well, this one I knew I wanted to play it against Sam. I don't know why. I don't know why. And then this I just made yesterday. You had a thing where, you know, what did you make yesterday kind of thing?
Yeah.
And so I posted on that also, and I said I've been in pajamas all day. And
Here,
I
hold on. It's
I
coming.
named this.
It's coming.
I named her Chrissy.
Your station's very neat. I'm not exactly
Well,
sure.
I cleaned it up. I
Oh.
cleaned it up, you know, at the end of the day because we sleep here. So this is Chrissy.
Chrissy.
And she's supposed to be, she became a Cocker Spaniel. And
Oh,
there
look
the
at that
marble's gonna
face.
bleed.
And you figured out how to do eyes on this one.
Yeah. Oops, I said that loud. Yeah, I did. And yeah, so that's Chrissy, and there's my holes. And then when I put my circles in, those are holes too.
Here, turn it again so they can see the holes because you showed me the holes.
Okay,
but-
hold on. I can't pick
Oh,
her
no,
up.
don't.
Okay, hold on.
Just-
So this, hold on, wait. So these are the holes.
That's okay. Yeah, that's fine. Right there.
And then when I put the little other things in, they're
I
holes
love
here.
how it becomes a design element though.
Yeah, thanks.
It's just really great.
So
And the
the-
marble.
So once again, like it started as a pinch pot, you know, and then, I don't know. Do you know what a babushka is? Have you ever heard
Yeah.
that? It's a babushka.
It's a babushka. She's got a little kerchief on her head.
So yeah, so this is my art studio.
It's very,
Right
and
back
this is
here.
how simple it can be, you guys. I mean, look, it's 2 tables. It is 2 tables just doing what she needs.
Yeah.
And a cake plate. Is that a cake
No,
plate?
no, that's
I like
that's for clay.
Oh.
But you could use a cake plate. That's what I started with, was a cake plate.
Okay, so fine, it's not a
Hobby
cake
Lobby's my new best friend.
plate. But there you go. I mean, it's
Thank
just
you.
all so interesting. All right, we're gonna go back
Okay.
to where we were. I'm gonna.
Then it's this. I'm not
Oh,
even
there's
gonna
another
show
thing.
everything. Julianne wanted a flamingo.
Oh,
So
fun!
Vinny has to mount it, but that's a flamingo. I don't have a name for her. I should probably name her Juliana.
Whatever, you figure it out.
Well, I just did. I just named her.
Oh, that's it. She's named Juliana. All right, walking back now. Walking back.
That's pretty much it. I didn't make any of these.
They can't see them. It's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my story. So I'm happy.
Here, I'm just gonna pull this over here and,
Okay.
and hold it basically because now I've moved around everything so much. She's a wonderful artist,
Thank you. And now I'm happy.
and now she's happy. Finally, now
Well,
she's happy.
You know, I figured that one of the reasons I moved here, because I was so miserable, was to do this.
was to do this
Because I don't think I ever could have done it at our other house. I was really social, and you know, beyond going to museums and parks and stuff like that, this is why I moved here.
So what do you think the next frontier is? I mean, just keep doing this and just letting the muse talk to you and see what happens next, or do you have some sort of idea?
I would like to find, as far as the clay goes, yeah, just let it do whatever it does. I would like to find another gallery like Juliana's that's beautiful and funky and has an amazing person in it like her in another place. That I could put some of my pieces, because it's taking 3 shelves in the garage. So I'm looking, you know, like I'd like to kind of check out Riverside. I heard that they have some kind of arty.
Like Old Town?
Uh-huh.
Old Town
And I know that like the first Thursday of every month they have an art, the street fair. I've never done that.
In Palm Springs, they have a
Yeah, they do.
art walk too.
Yeah, they do on Thursday nights. I don't feel that my stuff pieces are the kind of things that could sell in that sort of environment. If I were to sell them, like I don't care about making money. You know, it'd be nice, but I don't care about that. This isn't about the money. This is about that, like you, somebody would buy one of my pieces and put them in their house. It just blows me away. it's worth its weight in gold. It's just fills my heart, you know. And like you said, it's like part of my spirit's going in their house, and homes, people's personal homes and spaces are their own spiritual environment, and it's a big wow. So I would like to find a place like Juliana's where it's smaller and unique, and that vibe. You know, like there's a place in Laguna, and I sent photos of my things to them, and they said they've had pieces like this before, and they didn't sell, so they weren't interested. But I'm fine if nothing sells. It's just that people walk by and go, whoa, that's cool. So that's my next thing I'd like to do. I usually make like a thing a week. Or when I'm at the studio, they're closed for the summer, I make something there and something here at the same time. And that's
Just keep
that's
it rolling.
Just keep going, you know, and seeing where I go. Like Clifton said, I should make more heads, so okay. And you know,
she's so agreeable.
not really. And if somebody said, you know, make a frog, I'm like, okay. You know, like I can, because I am not concerned with how they look.
Right.
And I'm not a realist, I guess, in anything in my world.
You sound a little bit like Ray Turner, like the interview I did last week, where he's like, you know, I'm less concerned with the realism that my portraits actually look like the people that they are. I'm more concerned with the execution of it. Is it something I like?
Well, isn't that how your art is?
Yes, absolutely. But I mean, but some people are only about, is it, you know, making photorealistic art?
Well, that's why I didn't like anything I was doing. That's why my energy was to, when I did a thing of Zuma, was to make it look just like Zuma. And I didn't see it for what it was. I didn't see it for that, you know, my heart went into it. I spent a bunch of hours on it. I was more frustrated that it looked like her, but the mouth wasn't exact. And I was causing myself a lot of angst and stress. And that's pretty much been where my doing art has been forever. I had expectations of myself that I was going to be a realist, and I'm not. Realistic art, and I'm not. You know,
so that's where the frustration was.
I guess I didn't.
You didn't give yourself any permission,
and I got insecure behind it. Really insecure behind it.
It's hard to be secure around when you want stuff to be realistic or perfect.
That's right.
It's really hard. Some people are really good at it, and they get my undying kudos. It's not my avenue.
No, nor mine. And it goes into other places in life. Like when I was doing drapes in people's homes, and huge homes. Like we did some famous people and big homes, mansion homes, where like my house would fit in their kitchen. I'd have to come home and do a reality check on myself and my home, because that was them and this is me.
Right.
And
it would probably be a really easy thing to get into, a comparison sort of thing.
And that's it with art. Like when I go to the sculpture studio, the people there are realists. They can do a sculpture of like you, or looking like you, or me. And I'm, you know, I go into the space of they're so good, that's so amazing. And then I have to do a reality check and say, that's not me. That's not where my head goes. My head goes to the quirky, and which I consider myself to be quirky. And so I'm really happy about this. I found my passion. And
I'm so happy for you too.
Thank you. I'm so happy for me too. I like float a lot. I smile a lot. And like I said, you know, when I make something, I bring it out to Vinny, my husband, and I'll go, well, what do you think? And he'll give me his input. And I'm like, oh, I'm so proud of myself.
I'm so happy
and
that
I go
you
back
say these
into
words.
into my little bedroom hovel studio.
You have to say these words to yourself. Because,
Juliana helped me with that
yeah,
one.
you have to start, because if you don't start, you're never going to hear what somebody else says.
That's true. Yeah. I'm a big, I believe in Post-its all over the place. And I really believe that it works, you know, that it's like mind over matter. And so I have a lot of Post-its on the back of my door, and that's one of them. It's like, it's okay. You know, everything is okay, to be strong, and abundance. And cool.
That's cool. All right, parting words for people out there, for your fan Clifton.
Hey Clifton, just do it. You know, just whatever you feel, do it. And I guess let it come to you, unless you are doing a straight line or something realistic. Otherwise, just let it flow.
Yeah. Okay, you guys.
Thanks, Clifton.
I'm going to say bye.
Is that only Clifton?
But yeah, he's been with us the whole time.
Thanks for
I'm sure other people would jump in when they get to see it or when they have time.
Okay.
But, all right. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks, Natalie.
So lucky and excited that